Welcome to the Arizona Wildcat Show, brought to you by Fry's Food Stores. I'm Star Sports Editor Ryan Finley here with Daniel Burke. Daniel, there is a new name in the Tucson pantheon of fall sports heroes, and his name is Caleb Jones, Arizona's big Texas transfer wide receiver. Keeps tearing it up out there. What has he shown you this year?
He has shown the ability to win the one-on-one battles, and something that B.J. Danker never had last year was just the ability to throw the ball up and have a receiver go make a play for him. Twice last week against Nevada, we saw Caleb Jones do that, and they both resulted in touchdowns. And he did it more, but the two that stand out were the touchdowns. And he is just a guy, especially that second touchdown in the end zone. He just went up, one-on-one coverage, Solomon did the smart thing, threw it up to him, and Jones just muscled him, grabbed it, and touchdown. And he, he's not just a big physical guy. I mean, he's also got some speed. He's got some wheels. He can make plays after the catch, which is something that all the receivers can do. And as Tony Dews, the receivers coach, said last week, I mean, that's the whole basis of this offense. Get our athletes out in space, let them make plays.
There are two wide receivers, Daniel, that we thought before this season would be real difference makers early on. Devontae Neal, the transfer from Notre Dame, and Austin Hill. For one reason or another, neither guy has been necessarily a breakout star here in the first couple weeks. Why do you think that is?
Well, Devontae, played that first game. It was such a lopsided game. He had a touchdown, and he was fine. And then that was when I think Solomon was still kind of getting that chemistry down. And they went to Neal twice on that first drive, overthrew him both times. And then he hasn't played since because of an ankle deal. So I still think the jury's maybe still out to him. Austin, I think you're seeing what the coaching staff has won all along. I think Austin's the one guy that people really know about, and so they come in and they're maybe giving him a little more attention, and it's opening up stuff for Caleb Jones and for Tyrell Johnson and for Samaje Grant and Nate Phillips, and so they're taking away Austin Hill, but they're giving up other stuff. So. And then is he as effective as he was before the ACL? It's probably too early to tell, but he doesn't look maybe quite like it, and I think he'd be the first one to tell you that he's still working his way back a little bit. So, but I think you're right. I mean, those are two names that as they get into Pac-12 play, you're going to want to see them start producing more, because now what's going to happen is teams are going to start paying attention to Caleb Jones.
Right.
So it's going to open up things for other people.
Well, and there's no coincidence, too. I think that Caleb Jones's big games have coincided with big rushing attacks from Nick Wilson. As teams start to focus more on Arizona's big-name running back, Nick Wilson, right now, it will open things up maybe more in the passing game, too.
It's a great point. I mean, the more they have to pack inside to stop Wilson, who, like Kadeem Carey and like Steve Slayton in West Virginia, does a lot of his damage between the tackles, the more you bring the defenses in, the more you get one-on-one coverage on the outside. And when you have guys like Caleb Jones who can just go up and get the ball, and even a guy like Samaje Grant, who often lines up in the slot but then works his way outside, it creates difficulty for the opposing defense.
You're a Samaje Grant guy.
I am a Samaje Grant guy. I think before Caleb Jones' emergence, I thought Samaje Grant was the best receiver they had, and now I think he's probably the second best. Yeah. So I'm a quick fair weather guy. But yeah, I like everything he does. I can't recall the last time he dropped the ball. As Rodriguez says, every time you ask about him, he can play all four positions. I'm a big Samaje Grant guy, and I think he has the personality and the toughness that you want your football players to have.
His size, his speed, and his skill set reminds me of a young Mike Thomas.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
same number, right?
Yeah, played in the NFL for a while. Not bad. All right.
Money Mike?
Money Mike. Do this. That'll do it for this episode of the Arizona Wildcat Show, brought to you by Fry's Food Stores. For admitted Samaje Grant fan Daniel Burke, I'm Ryan Finley. We'll see you next time.
Try this matchup. Low prices and faster checkout. You can count on it at Fry's.